All right. Hello, my name is Noah Donaldson, and I am doing my area of interest presentation on business analytics. So, to start, we have a couple players. So, Karen Berg, who is the VP of Operations and Business Strategy at Contoso, and she needs to create a report to present to the VP of Sales and the CEO on the impact of Contoso's latest marketing campaigns. So Contoso recently launched an M300 and M400 smartphone, and they are for the first time selling these phones in stores, in their own stores, and on their own website. Um, so Karen believes that the current marketing strategies that are being used are not helping promote or drive sales to Contoso's own online stores or the brick and mortar stores that they have. And so she wants to provide this information to the executive team and the sales team across different customer segments and different markets to hopefully help them understand um, the current strategy is not working for the North America market. So previously, what Karen would have had to do without the technology she has, she'd probably have to put a request into IT, be very specific about the data that she wants, and then they would give that back to her, and she'd have to do some sort of internal processing, maybe trying to put it into Excel and crunching some numbers, and it'd be a very long and painful process. So instead, she has some of this data already available to her because the marketing team has put some of it together, and then some of the dashboards and things have already been created for her. So she's going to use different components to visualize and build this report to present to her team. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Office 365, log in as Karen. We can see here, we're Karen Berg. And I have Power BI because we've used it before, but if I didn't have it, I could simply search here in the search bar for Power BI. And when I click there, it's going to take me to the Power BI application. And the first thing that I want to do is get some data. And I know that there's some marketing data in an Excel file that's been shared to me in my OneDrive account. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Get Data, and I'm going to choose a file. And I know that the file's in my OneDrive for Business account. And then I'm going to look for the data analysis for smartphone sales. There it is. I'm going to connect to it. I'm going to choose the import option. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to my workspace and find my data analysis report. And again, I want to focus on where my phones are being sold to make my business case that marketing needs to maybe look at some different things. So I'm going to use this map report that shows the sales for the M300 and M400 phones. I'm going to go ahead and pin it to a new dashboard. And I'm going to call this FY 17 Market Segment Report. You could really name it anything, but that's what I'm going to name mine. And then I get this notification that I can go to my dashboard and see my pinned map with my data on it. So the next thing I want to do is try and get some quick insights. So I can go to these three little dots for more options here. And I can go to View Insights. And this is basically Power BI kind of crunching information and returning back to me some of the data points that it thinks are relevant. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin this one. So United States has a noticeably more quantity of channel resellers. So maybe that one's important to me. I'm going to pin it to my dashboard. And then maybe I want to know about the promotions that are going on as well. I'm going to pin that one to my dashboard. And then I can simply go to exit the focus mode to return to my dashboard. So now I have these two additional pieces of information that I really didn't have to do anything other than let the Power BI service kind of derive those insights for me. So I could do things like edit the details. So if I wanted to do smartphone quantity by region, I can relabel things as I see fit for this. So another thing that I might want to do is get additional information from other areas. So I know that Molly and Julian had created a Power BI report around the marketing sales, if you will, or marketing demographics for these smartphone sales. And so I'm going to go and get more data, and I know that it's in my OneDrive account again. And this time I'm going to go into my BI documents folder, and I'm going to go to this marketing report. So now I have this marketing report, and I can see that it's got a couple different tabs of information on it. So the first one I'm going to go to is my locations. And right away, I can see that I have some different ways that I can select information. So I know we're talking only about phones. So I'm going to select just phone data. And now I can see some store information. So maybe this is insightful to me and it makes a good story. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this to my segment report. And then I also see some interesting information about store visitors by customer segment. So basically, people between the ages of 45 and 60 are most likely to go into a store, with the next kind of largest group being the Gen X, the 60 to 80-year-old people. So if we're looking to promote in-store sales, maybe we need to focus on these two age groups. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that to my dashboard. And then I do want to focus also on the website and social analytics, because again, we're trying to sell phones, smartphones on our website and in our stores. And so right away, I can see that the amount of people that are likely to visit the website are Gen Z, so that's like the latest generation. And then the next set of people is the Gen X, so the 60 to 80-year-olds are going to visit the website and likely to buy a smartphone online. And I also know, because I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing, that we're not currently trying to promote sales through our website to this age range. So again, that's kind of important information if I want to state my case that we need a new marketing strategy. So I'm going to pin that to my report. And then I'll go back there. And so I can see that my data is kind of taking shape and my report's looking fairly nice. A couple things I can do. I can move some of the tiles around if I want to make it a certain, you know, set of tiles that the people are going to see first. So maybe I want to focus on the maps and regions, and then we'll talk about quantities, and then we'll talk about some demographics. So my report looks good. I'm ready to send it out to my team. So the next thing that I have to do is just go into this dashboard view that I have. Click on the little ellipsis, and I'm going to share my report. And the people that I want to share it with are Molly. She's one of the report builders from the demographics. And Julian, so I'm going to share it with both of them. And then Alan is my CEO, and Sven is my CMO. So, and then I'm just going to put a little message in here for them. All right, so I typed in a message. I have the people that I want to share this with, and then all I have to do is click share. They'll get an email, and that email will give them a link to the dashboard. So if I open up another tab, and I'm going to log in as Molly, just to kind of show the experience there. We'll sign out as Karen. And we're going to sign in as Molly. So it'd be Molly C. Oh, I have two ads. Molly C. And then I can go to my Outlook. And I can see that Karen Berg has shared a dashboard with me. Let me just get some notifications here because it's the first time I'm signing in. So basically, hey team, here's a dashboard. Can you please review before our Wednesday meeting and give us some feedback? So go to that dashboard, and it takes me directly to the Power BI service and shows me the dashboard that Karen worked on. So again, Office 365 gave Karen a way to analyze data and share insights very easily. She created some powerful visuals using data from an Excel file, and also some insights from a different report that somebody else built. And so essentially, instead of going through the long process of asking IT for data and trying to bring it into Excel or some other form and then trying to derive some insights, you can imagine how long that might have taken to show quantity of sales by reseller and store and website versus demographic information maybe held in some other database or data form. So that's my area of interest, and thank you for watching.